Hi, I'm Susan, and welcome to Being Mindful. In today's meditation, we are doing a bit of a combination of breath prayer, um, finding words and phrases that are comforting to us and serve as a bit of compassion to ourselves, and that we also offer to others. And so, what I do in the beginning of the meditation is have us have a bit of a conversation with God, the Holy Spirit, with the divine, however you conceive of something outside of yourself, beyond yourself, and ask you to identify a word or phrase that you would like to receive, and then a word or a phrase that you either return or release, let go of through this conversation. I then transition into a bit of almost a loving kindness style of meditation where we breathe in what we wish to receive, and then we breathe out that which we wish to share with others. So I invite you to try this with me. Let's get started. All right, so let's get comfortable. We tend to sit when we do these meditations. And so I invite you to find a posture that is upright, but not rigid, sort of a balance between relaxation and alignment and attention. Sort of a straight spine, almost imagining a string at the top of your head being pulled up. It's helpful not to lean back against the chair, but to lean forward just a little bit. Noticing the sensation of feet against the floor. Feeling that grounding, the support of the ground beneath us. If you are comfortable closing your eyes, I invite you to do that. But it's also fine to have them open. We begin by just noticing what's happening in the present moment. Acknowledging that there are thoughts, memories, plans that may be present for us. And we just move them slightly to the side so that we can focus on the experience of the present moment, generally using our senses. So we notice what we can feel with our bodies. We notice sounds that are happening around us. And we treat them as part of the practice rather than a problem or a distraction. We can transition from this broad focus on sound and sensation to the breath that is already happening in the body. Again, through sensation and sound, we can notice what's happening with the breath. Not needing to breathe more deeply or in any special way, just bringing gentle attention to the act of breathing. Noticing for a moment any areas of tension in the body, especially the abdomen and the shoulders, those areas that the breath can touch and help us relax. Allowing each in-breath to expand the belly, to expand the chest, and then allowing each out-breath to release and relaxation. With each out-breath, dropping the shoulders, relaxing the abdomen, allowing even the face to relax. And from this place of presence and relaxation, we invite communication, a conversation with God, with the Holy Spirit, with the divine. We identify a word or a phrase that is meaningful to us in this moment. It could be love, peace, calm, encouragement, support, or whatever word is speaking to your heart. And as we meditate on this word or phrase, with each in-breath, we imagine the divine breathing that into us, and we receive it through breathing in. And with each out-breath, we can return that same word or phrase, or we can choose a word or phrase of something that we want to release or give over. That might be a different word or phrase, perhaps a struggle or a concern. And as we receive and release or return these words and phrases, we're bringing not only attention to the breath, but intention to the breath. So we breathe a little more deeply as we bring in and receive the breath, the words, the phrases, and we breathe out a little more slowly, a little more intentionally, perhaps audibly. And if the thinking mind tries to take over by distracting you with thought or by asking questions or judging or criticizing, that's perfectly natural and okay. We just notice that it's happened with our observing mind and gently bring focus back to the practice of receiving through breath and responding or releasing with the out breath. And now we take a moment to transition from a conversation that is dyadic between us and the divine, between God, between the Holy Spirit. Now we use these words and phrases to breathe in and receive these things that we wish for ourselves. And on the out breath, we send, we receive, we wish these words and phrases for others. Specific people who come to mind, or a broadening circle of particular types of people who are important to us, or more broadly, to the whole world, to all humans, or even all creatures. So I invite you to continue the breath, continue the intentional deep in-breath, receiving, and the deep, slow out-breath of returning and wishing for others. And as this practice comes to an end, we can once again turn our attention to sensation and sound, noticing the support of the chair and the ground. And if your eyes have been closed, I invite you to open them at your own pace. Acknowledging the benefits of practices of self and other compassion. Thank you for joining me in that meditation. I hope that you were able to receive and offer something that was meaningful to you. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I hope that you will consider becoming part of a community so that you can participate in future meditations, and let me know through comments or other means of communication what it is that you would like to see, what would be helpful to you. Thanks for being with me and have a wonderful day.